So part 2 of exercise 6 is forgiveness.
Forgiveness is really, really powerful in this release scenario. I think a lot of people misunderstand. Sorry, our dog just jumped off. Misunderstand forgiveness. They think it's kind of condoning bad behavior or allowing themselves to be doormats. When really the actual definition of forgiveness is choosing to let go of anger or vengeance towards somebody, which is very, very powerful. And it actually is not for the other person necessarily. It's mainly for us. Mm-hmm. And it blocks us from receiving healing and grace and God's forgiveness to us. I mean, God says that. I mean, he says this all over in the Bible. It's like, forgive first so that I can forgive you, right? So it blocks us from all of these things, this lack of forgiveness. I think it comes from a misunderstanding of what anger is and how to process it, which is another shameless plug for my own coaching, because I can help you process these emotions, but a lot of people don't know how to process anger. And so they think if I just hold on to this unforgiveness, I'll get back at this person, or I will justify myself in this angry place.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes that anger feels more powerful than sadness or hurt, which is often where I find myself.
Yes.
So when I can acknowledge at first that I'm hurt, which is really a step in forgiveness, acknowledging that there is a wrong that has been committed, there's been some sort of injustice, then we can start to say, okay, who do I need to forgive? And it's not always looking at a person outside of ourselves. Sometimes it's forgiving ourselves. Mm-hmm. In fact, on a daily basis, I would say that every single time I do this, I always have to forgive myself for something. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I have to forgive somebody else, but I always have had to forgive myself.
The important thing here is you're forgiving a person you're angry with. Okay? So it could be somebody who you even think they may not have done anything wrong. Like, as an adult, maybe I'm trying to forgive a friend of mine and I look back on it and I go, yeah, but she really didn't do anything wrong. But there's still some anger in me. And so that is your tell if you need to forgive somebody. This is really powerful. And I've just kind of learned this, but like even learning to forgive God. Because I think a lot of people think when we have to forgive somebody, it's insinuating that they did something wrong to us. No, it insinuates to us that we're actually holding on to resentment or anger towards them. And I have been angry with God. And it's been very powerful for me to pray and tell him that and come through that and forgive him for that. I am not saying that God did anything wrong. I do believe he's perfect. But I realized I was angry with him. And so I knew that I needed to forgive him. But perfectly said, you forgive yourself, you can forgive God, and you can forgive others. And in this step, we want you to forgive the person and what you want to forgive them for.
Mm-hmm.